Hey folks, as promised, here's the video that I said I was going to do, sharing some tips for conquering NaNoWriMo. I apologize for doing it as a screencast, but unfortunately I look pretty terrible right now, and I don't want to subject you to that. So, let's just move on to the tips. Now, tip number one is you want to know your goal. A lot of people think that it's about creating their dream novel, and yes, we'll get there eventually, but in order to win NaNoWriMo, you need to submit 50,000 words of content. That's the long and the short of it. We need to create content. And if you don't do that, you're not going to get your nifty little badge of honor at the end of the month. So, remember your goal, and it will help you achieve a lot more. So, moving on to the next. Let's let go of perfection. If you recognize the ultimate goal is 50,000 words, then you're recognizing that this process is about quantity and not quality. Perfection and your masterpiece can come later on when it's time for revisions and rewrites. You're probably gonna want to wait until January. Some people start in December, but you can take care of perfection later on. The ultimate goal is to create that content so that you can go ahead and from that create your ultimate novel. So, again, remembering that your word count is important, don't delete anything. Anything you write is fair game for word count, so keep it. If you hate it, start a new line and continue. You might actually be able to use those discarded lines during revisions, and who knows, you might actually decide that you want to come to a compromise between the thing that you thought you hated and the line that you eventually used. So don't delete anything. It's all valuable. It's all word count. Number 4, ramble. I am king of rambling, as you've probably ascertained from some of my other videos, but this is in another form. If you get stuck on something, move on. Go to another scene, go to another chapter, whatever. There is no formula for this. You don't have to work on it in a chronological manner. You don't have to do it in a linear form. You can actually start at the end and work your way back, or start at the middle and, spiral outward. Just keep writing, and if you find that you're more connecting to a particular scene than another, move on to it. Write. If you allow yourself to be frustrated and stuck in one scene, you're going to lose valuable time, you're going to affect your morale, and when that negative morale starts, it is very hard to move out of, and it only gets worse as the month progresses. Also, when problems come up, and they will, write it out. Tell your characters as a narrator why you love them, you hate them, why you feel that the particular situation that they're in frustrates you. It's breaking the fourth wall, and you might not want to necessarily use it in your final copy, but those points of views can be reassigned and used by other characters later on. As I said, all content is valuable, and when it comes to revisions and rewrites, you're going to want to have more to choose from than less. Also, without 50,000 words, we didn't win. On to the next. Tattle on yourself. Okay, so, in my opinion, this is probably one of the most valuable things that you can do. Tell anyone that's going to listen that you're participating in NaNoWriMo. If you're on Facebook, post it as a status update. Tweet about it. If you're on Twitter, post a video. It makes you accountable. People are going to know that you're doing it, and they're going to ask about, where you are in your writing process. Nobody likes admitting to failure, so it's the best motivation that I've found. So I hope these tips have been helpful. I will actually post the entire list, so you don't have to watch the entire video again, in the bottom doobly-doo. Okay, well, I hope that you find these helpful, and I hope that you end up conquering. As I said in a previous video, I'm going to be doing a video every day. Hopefully they will not be screen captures, and they will actually be me talking to you face to camera. Alright, have an excellent Halloween. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy and conquer.